Hi, how you doing? So my name is Small Pro Studios, and well, I'm a Nigerian, and this channel, it's a little bit flexible in a way whereby we talk about so many things, like different things entirely. Sometimes music, fashion, sports, anything. You understand? However, today I would like to just touch more on the forthcoming protest that's going to be taking place in Nigeria on the 1st of August, which it's no longer in news, but as you all know, every Nigerian has one or two to say about the country, and I am a Nigerian, a proud citizen of Nigeria. I mean, yeah, yeah. So I would like to talk about the forthcoming protest, and just a little bit go back to why this protest is taking place. Okay, so we majority of us know, especially if you're Nigerian, that Nigeria for the past, say, 20 years back has been on a very not too good road direction. You know, um, the economic situation of Nigeria since it gained independence has actually dwindled. You know, to this very very point, and the brunt has always been on the citizens. They've always taken most of the, they've always showed out most of the negligence, ineptitude of the government, you know, as at each administration in whichever area, you understand. Because if you take a look at it critically, for us to, or for the people to want to protest today on something very, very significant, which is hunger, which is food insecurity, for the people to protest, after so many years of independence, and we still have the people still talking about hunger, food insecurity, then you know that the situation of the country is so terrible. Nothing has improved so far. Um, the country has just been way backward, and you know, the government of today pleading or asking for more time, that they are just new into the system. Like I'm talking about the administration of uh, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yeah. They're really pleading for more time. I mean, they just came into power less than 2 years now. But the situation since when they came into power now has really worsened. You know, it felt like they came to double down on the hardship the people already were facing during the previous administration, and there is a blame game from the government of this current administration against the last one, despite the fact that it's the same party. There's this blame game that the economy wasn't really managed well as at the last previous administration. So this current administration is actually trying to, fill up those loopholes that the previous administration, puts Nigerian into, or Nigeria into, economic wise, security wise, and all of that. You know, so the Nigerian naira purchasing power is so critically low. You know, you can barely get any reasonable thing with 5,000 naira. I think 5,000 naira is even lesser than, say, I think 5,000 is not even up to $4. So you can just imagine $4, and when you have $4, you're gonna have multiples of nairas. That's so terrible, you know. So now the people, uh, they've been pushed to the wall. The hunger is real. They are making a list of requests that they would like the government to look into. So, ends for the protest. However, the citizens also tried as much as possible to inform the government, you understand, the current administration ahead of time about the protest that is forthcoming. So, and the government, in my own opinion, has not really handled the whole thing like so well. You know, at first they came out saying no protest, no one should protest. It's going to be hijacked. It's a protest organized by opposition party. They said so many things. I personally, I don't think that's the way to go about it. I would have supposed they should have looked into um, the reason why these people are actually coming out to protest. What are their needs? What are their concerns? You know, it is just recently, say maybe about 2 3 days before now, before today, that the government stylishly started changing its tone from don't go out to protest to protest peacefully. In as much as the protest is peaceful, they would have a problem. They are going to protect citizens and all that. Well, I also would say that it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that the protection of citizens' lives and property is their number one priority. Whether they're having a protest or there is no protest, that is their priority. And in as much as they're saying it's going to be hijacked, thank God the citizen has done them so well to actually you know, inform them ahead of time. Yeah. So if anything like hijacking would want to take place, I think since the government already know and have been saying it's going to be hijacked, then I think it is their due responsibility to, you know, counter those hijacking. You understand? Yes, and not blame it on the citizens. And they also make references to the NSAS. NSAS, we're going to still have a video on NSAS, and we're going to really look at things and what really happened. But the government and the government officials, they keep making references on NSAS, how it went down, how it was violent. Well, I'll just say here in this video that NSAS wasn't violent. It was the aftermath of NSAS that was violent, and what's caused it. It's another topic we're going to be talking about, but definitely it was in the fault of the citizens that came out to protest against the police brutality, and most especially. So, well, my own take on this forthcoming protest is the government shouldn't worry. The protest is going to be peaceful. The citizens are going to ask and demand for a good governance, and the federal government of Nigeria has also been promising and taking steps. In all fairness to them, they've been taking steps to make sure some things are being put in place, but the citizens would also exercise their rights, which is guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. All right, guys. So, when next we come back on the show, we're going to furthermore discuss on the latest development. I remain Smart Pro Studios. Please, I'll plead with you to follow me on this channel. Click the subscribe notification bell, the subscribe button, the notification bell, like and share. All right, so I'll be coming back, and we're just going to be having this conversation concerning what's actually going on in Nigeria. You can as well, say one or two comments, and yeah, just share your opinion and let me know what you think. And when we're back, we'll discuss more. Thanks, yeah. Cheers.